With every release of a new Pokemon game, the community have found a new or updated way to hunt for the exclusive shiny Pokemon. With there being so many different methods of finding these different colored Pokemon, some are a lot more fun to do than others. The most popular and easiest method being the Masuda method, where you have to use a foreign Pokemon to breed with a Pokemon from your region to hatch eggs. Or in my opinion, the most fun method being the SOS chaining method from Sun and Moon, where the process is pretty gameplay focused, so it was pretty stimulating for myself. While there are a ton of other methods discovered, the main reason why shiny hunting is so satisfying is the odds of finding said shiny. Ever since Gold, Silver, and Crystal, the odds have been 1 in 8,192. But with the release of X and Y, they cut the odds in half by updating them to 1 in 4,096. Overall, a good change since shiny Pokemon are overall not impossible to get, but it felt like it was way too much to get for a full odds encounter. Without the use of a shiny charm, which was an item introduced in Pokemon Black and White 2 that will increase your odds 300%. But with the release of Pokemon Legends Arceus, we kind of run into a problem. Since Pokemon spawn in the overworld rather than the grass like old games, shiny hunting overall has become a lot easier since the spawns are plentiful for the Pokemon. But that doesn't mean Pokemon Legends Arceus shiny hunting wasn't fun at all, since we did have 5 maps to explore and the spawns of the Pokemon didn't feel too overwhelming, and with the addition of the mass outbreaks, it also increases your odds of finding more of a specific Pokemon that you wanted to hunt. And it felt like, in my opinion, the best happy balance of shiny hunting in any Pokemon game to date. Now that brings us to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I, for some reason, feel as if shiny hunting in this game just isn't as exciting. Since we have a huge open map, the Pokemon spawns are extremely varied, and with that, I feel it brings us a very big problem. There's way too many Pokemon, thus bringing in way too many shinies. In my playthrough alone, it took me 40 hours to complete, and I was able to find 7 full odd shinies, a number of shinies that feels way too high to me, and I'm just a main playthrough. Of course, finding my first 3 was really hype, my first one being a Wooper, and only just the 2 hours of playing. But by the time I found more, it felt like it wasn't that important to me. I never felt this way while I was playing Pokemon Legends Arceus at all, and overall, the games were very similar in how the spawns work. I just can't really wrap my head around it. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have also brought back the mass outbreaks from Legends Arceus, but even here, the outbreaks were extremely buffed in this game, and you're able to find shinies so extremely quickly and easily, with the spawns going up to around 100 during the outbreak. I feel like the games want everyone to have a shiny, and to me at least, it just makes the hunting aspect much less fun. It's not like the other methods found in the games weren't fun though. I do really enjoy just riding around and getting a full odds encounter, because although it may be fairly easy to get, the randomness of what you might find is still somewhat exciting. And the Masuda method in this game is, in my opinion, in its best place ever. Being able to AFK for eggs and proceeding to ride around the map to hatch them, while also being able to find random full odd shinies in the wild, it's pretty awesome to me. But even then, with the few methods that we do have, it still doesn't feel the same as the previous game. But what could we do to fix that? Stop right there. Before we go any further with this video, you guys need to make sure right now if you are subscribed. If not, make sure you scroll down a little bit, press the subscribe button for me, and while you're also down there, go to a little bit to the left or right, wherever side it is. I didn't bother checking, and just press the like button as well. The bell, I don't really care, you can do whatever you want with that, but just do that for me, please, I'm begging you. I feel like in theory, increasing the odds would help out the quantity of shiny Pokemon people are able to find. I understand increasing the odds sounds a little stupid, but shinies to me are supposed to be rare, and if it's a slight increase, I feel like it can greatly improve the value of them to the players. It doesn't have to be a great increase though. It could probably just go up to 1 in 5,500 as a little bit of a compromise. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, we were also blessed to have shiny animations and sounds for the Pokemon that spawn in the overworld. It made them extremely obvious to find, and the rush that you would feel when you hear the sound when you're riding around on your Pokemon was a great feeling. Unfortunately, they got rid of them for some reason in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and why Game Freak would do that, I don't know. So many people have missed shinies in these games, and don't even get me started on the colorblind people. They actually have it so much more worse than we do. So just bring them back, I'm begging you. Lastly, with the inevitable release of future DLC for the games, I have faith that we'll probably get a new method for shiny hunting as a whole. What they might be, I don't really know, but maybe they'll go back to the raid den type of shiny hunting from Sword and Shield. Overall, I can totally see a new method coming out by then. Shiny hunting is supposed to be fun, and if you find find it fun in the new games, then that's awesome. Keep going at it. I just feel like the value of the shinies have decreased for me since the quantity of obtaining them have also increased, thus making them easier to hunt. Everyone remembers their first shiny Pokemon. Mine was a shiny Cottony using the Dexnad method in Alpha Sapphire, and the feeling of finding them was just a different type of dopamine rush. It's special, and I feel like the games are practically just giving them to you on a daily basis. What's the fun in trying to hunt them in the first place if they're doing that? I'll still be shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but in the end, I will still feel as if the feeling of being all giggity inside when you find one in the wild just won't be there anymore. And it sucks too, because a lot of the new Pokemon released in these games are honestly some of the best shinies that we've gotten in a very long time. Maybe I should rank my favorites among those. Anyways, but that's just my thoughts on them. What about you guys? Do you guys feel as if shiny hunting doesn't hit the same anymore? Or do you think it's the best shiny hunting has ever been? Make sure to let me know down below in the comments. And if you have made it to the end of the video, let me know some of the shinies that you've found in the games as well. I'd love to know some of the finds you guys have been able to catch. But anyways, that's all for today though. Until next time, happy playing.